Yes, the National Electrical Code addresses tailing shared neutral conductors. Specifically, the 2005 National Electrical Code, Article 300.3b provides guidance on this. Article 300.3b concerns conductors of different systems. It states that conductors of alternating current and direct current systems or different voltage or phase systems must not occupy the same raceway, cable, box, or cabinet unless approved for the purpose. There is an exception. The exception says, where conductors of different systems are used solely to supply the same equipment or device from the same source, then they are permitted to occupy the same raceway, cable, box, or cabinet where the conductors are insulated from one another. Furthermore, there are specific rules depending on the type of building. Firstly, buildings or structures of dwelling units. Conductors of alternating current and direct current systems or different voltage or phase systems are not permitted to occupy the same raceway, cable, box, or cabinet within or between dwelling units unless approved for the purpose. There is an exception for this as well. Conductors used solely for signaling circuits or remote control circuits which are under voltage not exceeding 150 volts, or conductors for communication systems which comply with the requirements of Article 800 are permitted to occupy the same raceway, cable, box, or cabinet. Secondly, other buildings or structures. Conductors of alternating current and direct current systems of different voltage or phase systems are permitted to occupy the same raceway, cable, box, or cabinet in other than dwelling units where the conductors are insulated from one another and where any one circuit does not carry continuous loads exceeding 80% of the allowable ampacity of the conductor and does not carry utilization equipment that may be installed in the same enclosure that would normally require overload protection. Thirdly, circuit common to two or more branch circuits. Where conductors of two or more branch circuits enter a common raceway, cable, box, or enclosure, the neutral conductor, if present, shall be treated as a current-carrying conductor and shall not be connected to the equipment-granting conductor. This exception to the rule against mixing conductors of different systems in the same raceway, cable, box, or cabinet applies only to conductors that are used solely to supply the same equipment or device from the same source. A shared neutral is a neutral conductor that serves multiple circuits. This is commonly found in multi-wire branch circuits, where two ungrounded conductors share a single neutral. A typical example is a circuit with two 120 volts lakes sharing a neutral. If the neutral conductor is opened on an energized multi-wire circuit, the voltage on the circuit will be unbalanced. This can cause problems for the equipment that is connected to the circuit, such as overheating or damage. If the neutral connection becomes open, the two 120 volt circuits become series connected. The load with the lower resistance will receive less voltage, while the load with the higher resistance will receive more voltage. This voltage imbalance can damage sensitive electronic equipment. Tailing the neutral is the practice of connecting the neutral conductors of multiple circuits to a common terminal point in the electrical panel. This ensures that there is always a continuous neutral path, even if one of the neutral conductors becomes disconnected. It means each neutral conductor has its own independent connection to the neutral bar, rather than relying on a single connection point that could fail and interrupt the neutral path for multiple circuits. The shared neutral must be treated as a current-carrying conductor. This affects the ampacity calculations for the conductors in the raceway. The neutral conductor must not be connected to the equipment grounding conductor. The equipment grounding conductor is for fault current protection, while the neutral conductor carries the normal circuit current. Connecting them together can create a dangerous situation. When dealing with multi-wire branch circuits, it's crucial to correctly identify and connect the neutral conductors. Use proper labeling and testing procedures to ensure that the neutral conductors are correctly connected to the appropriate circuits. Be sure to use appropriately sized conductors for the neutral, taking into account the potential for increased current flow due to harmonic currents. Harmonic currents can increase the current carried by the neutral conductor, so it's important to size the conductor accordingly. Always follow the National Electrical Code and local electrical codes when installing and maintaining electrical systems. These codes are designed to ensure the safety of people and property. It's recommended to consult with a qualified electrician for any electrical work to ensure that it is done safely and correctly. They have the knowledge and experience to handle complex electrical systems and can ensure that the work is done in accordance with the National Electrical Code and local codes. Tailing the neutral is important for safety and proper operation of the circuit.